Now, if you're into home automation and smart homes, this tiny little robot over here will automate your curtains. Let's check it out. What's up guys, it's John over here. Welcome to V Review Smart Home. On this segment of the whole entire V Review channel, we will be talking about home automation and smart home gadgets like this. So just last year, I invested in a Kickstarter project called the Switchbot Curtains. Now, they are the creator of the very popular Switchbot gadgets where it has a tiny little button that automates some touches to turn on and off certain switches, right? And they came back to Kickstarter and they invented this thing called the Switchbot Curtains. What it is a simple automation robot where it moves the curtain rails. It's as simple as that. I've pledged for 2 sets of Switchbot curtains as I'm opening the curtains from the middle. And this is one of the use case of having a smart curtain.
Alexa, good morning.
So the switchboard will be attached onto the rails on top over here, and if you can see this roller, it will navigate on the roller left and right to pull and push the curtain whether you want to close or open it. On the side is the modular design of these little hooks which will assist the roller over here to move the switchboard curtain itself. I will imagine if you got a IKEA rod or a different kind of rails, you will be ordering a different rail. In fact, over here it says you've got U rail, I rail, and the rod. Okay, so depending what kind of curtain types. So this switchboard curtain has an internal battery inside here, which is rechargeable using the USB Type-C port at the back. If you can reach up to the curtains, you can bring this down and charge the motor, or you can hang up a power bank and charge it up, or you can purchase this separate thing called the solar panel. It is attached using the USB Type-C over here at the back, and what it is that when it's attached, and this will be facing the sun outside, and it would be able to charge up the internal motor while it is being hung up at your curtain and at the window. So hopefully with this, I don't need to detach my motor from the rails to charge up the internal motor for this to work perpetually. In the case of switchboard, is covered by a wall. What happened is that in this solar panel, there is a cable that you can bring it out, which instead of hooking the panel, you can now using this Type-C over here, and then this Velcro attachment that they provide to stick on the curtains itself, so it can be lower, and hence therefore this will be able to get some sunlight and charge up the switchboard curtain.
The switchboard curtain connects to my phone via Bluetooth when I'm home.
I could click on close. You can see it's moving right now. Right out of the box, the switchboard curtains supports Amazon Echo, Google Assistant, Siri shortcut. It works together with IFTTT. It works together with SmartThing and also Line Clover. I never heard of Line Clover actually. What I did order separately is the Switchbot Hub, which is a device that allows me to connect to these devices over the cloud whenever I'm not in my own studio, whenever there's no Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. So I've got my friends to come here and help me to set up the curtain. The biggest problem for me is certainly the height of this curtain.
I've got to install the curtain boards from the right side of the curtains to push the hooks in. I've got to say, installing these switchboards are tough for me, but should be easier for you guys that doesn't have tall curtains like mine.
So I've tried installing the switchboard on my curtains, which I've got moderate success. Like one side was working, the other side wasn't. My only worry is that how heavy can this board actually pull? While on Kickstarter they were demonstrating this, they were able to pull 10 kilograms worth of curtains, which I don't think my curtains are 10 kilograms.
Whilst it's not very audible, but one curtain board sounds louder than the other.
So it sounds a little bit different, ain't it? This sounds a little bit more powerful than the one that I have. The other one, I mean.
With all my capacity of installing and trying to make it work, I've concluded that the left motor is weaker than the right motor on the curtains, significantly weaker. It struggles to pull the left side of the curtains at all. Now this is how my curtains look like when it's completely drawn out.
It is not seamless right now because of the compatibility issue between the U-rails that they provide versus the U-rails that we have here in Malaysia. I've got to shave off the neck of the hooks right here so that it could actually fit into the U-rails. Not so seamless, but it should be seamless if everything works correctly, I would reckon. Right now, I've also configured IFTTT connected to the curtains, where the IFTTT is actually talking to my home assistant, which I've configured here at home, where it can trigger some webhooks event to call out certain things. Like if I open up my door, my home assistant will be able to call IFTTT to open up my curtains. But of course, having the Switchbot integrated directly into Home Assistant, that will be brilliant. And that's what I remember asking during the Kickstarter campaign, and that's what they promised to deliver. So Switchbot, if you're watching this video, I wish you would be able to expose the status of the Switchbot curtain, whether it's closed or open. You could expose the event when I can trigger it to open the curtains and close the curtains. You expose the battery levels inside the curtain so that I know how much the battery is charged. And if you can expose whether the solar panel is charging the motor, that would be great. Home automation becomes much more interesting when you start to have different devices to talk to each other. Like for instance, if I were to open the door when I come back from outside and it automatically opens up the curtains. Things like that. That will be a lot more complicated, and that's when all this integration between Home Assistant, IFTTT, and all these different platforms comes to work together. Now, if you want more information on how to implement this kind of home automation, do subscribe to this channel because I'll be coming up with more episodes of we review smart homes, and come along, join in the ride with me, and as we make our home a lot smarter. How about that?
Thank you for watching another episode of We Review. Do like and subscribe and check out the rest of the channel for more review content. See you guys on the next video.
You wanna know how I got so dope, losing my control.